When bees have consumed pollen patties, they need to go on cleansing flights, with it being a solid to pass through the guts. If the weather's cold and wet and damp, they can't get out of the hive to go on a cleansing flight. The only way you should feed bees pollen substitutes is externally in a powder form at this time of year. And we're gonna go outside to the training apiary, and I'm going to show you how to feed your bees dry pollen substitute. If you want to feed your bees a pollen patty that's internal inside the hive, you do this from around March onwards, but definitely not in January. This is Ultra Bee by Man Lake. It was tested on Scientific Beekeeping and it came out the tops for pollen substitutes. You can also make your own pollen substitute powder and patties. If you have a look around YouTube and the internet, there's thousands and thousands of recipes for making your own pollen substitutes. But once again, before we go outside to the apiary, do not feed wet pollen patties to bees in January or February. Wait till March and April when the bees are flying on a daily basis so they can actually cleanse and you're not introducing that dampness into the hive. So this is what we use pollen tubes fitted to the fence, but you can also use buckets laid on the side or even just standing up, and it's just a simple case of putting a couple of spoons of the pollen substitutes into your tubes. When the bees are flying on a nice warm day, they'll eventually find where the pollen is. You need to keep these away from your apiary. Normally 10-15 metres is fine enough. You just don't want to encourage robbing and bees from other areas that may carry diseases coming into your apiary. It's extremely unlikely that you'll get cross-contamination from bee to bee. You will cross-contamination with varroa, but not from bee to bee with other diseases. The other thing about this, you can do this in January, February, March, whenever you want throughout the season, because the bees are only going to come out collecting the pollen when it's a nice, warm, fair day. They're not going to be confined in the hive eating pollen patties in January, especially when they're wet. And the worst thing you can do with bees is get them damp, and you're introducing dampness into the hive during a cold period. And there you go, that's how you feed dry pollen substitute to your bees. So you're not forcing it on the bees, it's there if they want it when it's a nice warm day and the bees are actually flying. As I keep saying, please do not feed your bees wet pollen patties in January. It'll do the bees more harm than good.